So when this movie was first released, it was called Loch Ness Terror. But I think someone at Sci-Fi realized that was a disingenuous title because this movie doesn't even take place at Loch Ness, aside from a brief flashback at the beginning. And you can tell it's a flashback by the way the color grading makes it look like someone threw the film reel in a bucket and pissed on it. It's got that disgusting yellow tinge. So by calling it Beyond Loch Ness, people won't get mad, right? Well, guess what? I still got mad. The basic premise of this is an extremely simple one. This dude, who thinks the key to getting a woman's panties to drop is to give her free bug spray.
Sound the house.
What a player, manages a boat rental shop on Lake Superior, which in no way actually looks at all like Lake Superior. A dude dressed like The Undertaker shows up looking for vengeance because he's the kid from the flashback at the beginning who watched his dad get turned into Nessie poop. They team up to track down the monster. Oh, and the sheriff of the town also happens to be his mom, which is kind of weird when you consider that the actors playing these two are only 9 years apart in age, so when you think about it too hard... Like, I'm sorry to keep hanging on this, but it annoys me. Why would you go to all the trouble of setting this movie in Lake Superior and then not even film in Lake Superior when fucking Lake Champlain is right there? You know, Champ? Probably because they'd have to call it Champ, and people would be like, oh sweet, this is a boxing movie or something? And then you get this shit. Money! I will say, to the credit of a low-budget sci-fi movie, the CGI on the monster itself isn't the worst I've ever seen. It's still bad, but it's not your typical sci-fi level bad. There's some jank, but I mean it adds to how stupid the movie is. And for the first and last time I'm hopefully ever gonna say this, the CG is actually better than the practical effects. Cause this, oh god. And for some reason, Nessie keeps changing her size, which tends to be pretty common with these Z-grade movies. In one shot, she's barely bigger than a person, and then in the next one, she's suddenly kaiju size. And you can try to make the argument that it's probably because there's multiple Nessies, but no, that's not the point. That's not why. It's just because they fucked up. Man, I'd rather just be watching Jaws 2. This is just one of those movies where I feel like you're supposed to be rooting for the monster. Because, like, none of the characters are very competent.
I'm dying. Help me.
Or smart.
My father recorded this in '76 on the shores of Loch Ness.
All right.
I love how all it took to persuade them was some stock monsterroar.mp3 file in this dude's shitty boombox. Then there's this prick, who's basically just Brock Turner.
Jed, what are you doing? You're making a racket out here. Sorry, dude, I just came to get a six-pack and a blanket. I should smack you, man. I was copping to feel him so you freaking woke her up.
This guy dies, and what is a horribly missed opportunity. Why the Nessie didn't pick up the log with him in it and like throw the log somewhere, that would have been way funnier than what we got. And then the last act of the movie just gave me serious Tremors 2 vibes, but if it sucked. They get attacked by a horde of baby Nessies that can't see you if you don't move, which is a pretty on-the-nose Jurassic Park reference. But the way it's shot seriously feels like Tremors when they get trapped in like that little oil refinery place, and then they like beat Nessie by attracting her with what looks like a giant potato. I know it's an egg, but the thing looks like a giant potato. If you're looking for a completely generic, run-of-the-mill Z-grade monster movie that you'll forget about the moment the credits start rolling, and you have an hour and a half of your life that you don't mind never getting back, Beyond Loch Ness is just for you. It's dumb, but it's perfectly entertaining enough for what it is. I'll give it like, I don't know, like a 1.5. Leaning probably more towards a 1. I can't say I was really bored with it, but will I ever watch it again?